Hi friends, welcome to the session. So, in the last class, we have seen the difference between these three cases and what is case 1, what is case 2, what is case 3. Now, let us go through some previous questions on those three cases. Now, see, they are asking me average of first 50 natural numbers. They are asking me average of first 50 natural numbers. Now, can you tell me that what is the average of first 50 natural numbers? No. So, I will be telling you the case where you will be how you will be doing these terms by normal. I will be telling that, right? So you'll be taking, so average is equal to sum by total number of terms. You'll be taking sum by total number of terms. Now see, what is sum? What is sum means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 50. I should get that and all, right? So if I go on doing like that now, my time will get over, right? Because I'm having less time so that I can finish all my questions. Let's see. So we're having a formula to find first n natural numbers, that is n into n plus 1 by 2, n into n plus 1 by 2. So what is my n? 50 into 51 by 2. So 2 ones are 225 are. Now I'll be putting 25 into 51 by, so what, how many total number of terms? 50 number of terms. So 25 ones are 25 twos are. So what is 51 by 2? You'll be getting 25.5. So the average will be 25.5. But instead of doing all these things, what I will be doing now? So I already told. So what is meant by average of first natural number? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, so on, so on, 50. So check whether this belongs to AP or not. So this belongs to AP because they are having common difference 1, and 50 is even or odd. 50 is a even number, right? So if 50 is even number, what I told, go to the case 2. If the number of terms are even and if the terms are in AP, the average will be middle of middle two terms. So now see, what are the middle of middle two terms? What are the middle of middle two terms? You know that. So n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term is the middle two terms, right? Is the two middle terms, right? Now what is n? 50 by 2, 50 by 2th term, 50 by 2 plus 1th term, 50 by 2 plus 1th term. What is 50 by 2? 25th term. What is 50 by 2? 25 plus 1, 26th term. Now what is my 25th term? What is my 26th term? What is my 25th term? What is my 26th term? Now see, what is my first term? 1, right? What is my first term? 1. What is my second term? 2. 1 into 1, 2 into 1. What is my third term? 3, that is 3 into 1. In the same way, what is my 25th term? 25 into 1, 25. What is my 26th term? 26 into 1, 26. Now I should find the average of 25, 26, right? I should find the average of 25, 26. You will be doing 25 plus 26 by 2. You will be doing all this, but I won't tell you that because there is a probability of doing there is a chance of doing mistake here. What I told, we will be go to our case. What is difference between 25 and 26? 1 is the difference. So you just divide 1 by 2. What is 1 by 2? 0.5. You just add this 0.5 to 25, 25.5. You just subtract point from 0.5 from 26, 25.5, which is our answer. Previously you got this one, okay, you got this one. But here we won't recommend you to do this because we'll be having some what calculation part, right? If this no problem, if they given 37 into 37 plus 1 by 2, we'll be getting some problem here now. So in order to reduce that, I told you this. So initially you take n by 2 term, n by 2 plus 1 term, right? N by 2 plus 1 term. So you can get it out. What is my 25th term? What is my 26th term? So first term is 1 into 1, second term is 2 into 1, third term is 3 into 1. In the same way, 25th term is 25 into 1, 26th term is 26 into 1. So initially you get the average of these two, right? You just pause this and write all these things. Now coming to the second question, let us look at the second question. Find the average of all odd numbers up to 100. He is asking the average of all odd numbers up to 100. So what are odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, so on, so on, so on. So what is the 99 is the last odd number before 100, right? So initially I should get the average of this. Now see, 99 is a odd or even? Odd or even? Definitely it is odd. Definitely it is odd. But you will be telling that, so I am having 99. So this is number of terms are odd, you will be putting this wrong. You should not put like this, because if you take first 100 numbers, how many even numbers will be there? You will be having 50 even numbers and you will be having 50 odd numbers. So 50 is even or odd? 50 is even or odd? 50 is even. Means what? The number of terms are odd. The number of terms are odd. Not the number of terms are even. Sorry. The number of terms are even. By looking at 99, you can tell that the number of terms are odd, so I will be taking the middle term, the average, but wrong. So you should check. So out of first 100 numbers, 50 even numbers will be there, 50 odd numbers will be there. So 50 means it belongs to even number. Means 50 number of terms are there. Now you see. What is the difference? 2. What is the difference? 2. What is the difference? 2. Means what? These terms are in AP and number of terms are even. This belongs to case 2. Initially, we know how to do this. What we will be taking? We will be taking the average of n by 2th term, n by 2 plus 1th term. What is n? 100 by 2. 100 by 2 plus 1. 100 by 2 plus 1. What is 100 by 2? 50th term. 50th term. This is 51st term. Now you can ask me what is the 50th term. You can ask me what is the 50th term. Right? You can ask me what is the 50th term. So initially, how we will be doing? Initially, how we will be doing? How you will be doing all these things? You just write. Now you tell me, is this correct procedure to take 100 here? Is this the right process to take 100 here? Definitely not. Because what are my number of terms? My number of terms are 50. Then is it correct to take n 100? Why I told this now? Because you will be taking 100 initially. Because you will be not looking at the series. You will be looking at the question itself and you will be taking n as 100. You will be taking n as 100. But wrong. You should take n as 50 because my number of terms are 50. Here which number I take? Here which number I took as n? I took 50 as my n. I took 50 as my n. So initially to tell that you should not take 100 here. So that I did all these things. Right? So initially you should take 50. You should take 50 and then you will be doing this process. Right? Just I will rub these things and I will tell. You just try to get the answer of this average of all odd numbers up to 100. So just I told you that not to take 100 here because we are not having 100 terms. We will be having only 50 terms. We will be having only 50 terms. So you will be taking 50 by 2 term, 50 by 2 plus 1 term. You will be getting the answer, right? But initially, you see whether you are doing correct or not, right? Because most of the students will do a mistake here. You just try to get this solution. If you haven't got, you just put it to the comment box. I'll try. Definitely, I'll do this, right? Right, we'll be moving for the next sum. You just pause the video and try to get the solution. Now we just look at this question. This question is very important because we'll be asking these type of questions in the examination. Now we'll see. The average of 7 consecutive numbers is 20. The average of 7 consecutive numbers is 20. Consecutive means what? 1 by 1 or next term by next term by next term. 20. The average of this, the largest of these numbers is, see, initially you see, how I will be going to see this now? See, he given 7. 7 is odd or even? Odd. Now I will be taking 7 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 slots. Now what he told? The average of 7 consecutive numbers is 20. Consecutive means definitely it belongs to AP. If the terms are in AP and if the number of terms are odd, what is my average? Average is middle term. Right or not? But the given average is 20. Means it is the middle term. So what is the middle term here? 20. So 20 is the middle term. Means 20 is my average. But according to my case 1, if the terms are in AP and the number of terms are odd, the average is middle term. So I just kept my 20 here. You given that consecutive now. So I will be taking consecutive. What is 20 minus 1? 19. 19 minus 1? 18. 18 minus 1? 17. 20 plus 1? 21. 21 plus 1? 22. 22 plus 1? 23. So is given the largest of these numbers is 23. So 23 is your answer. 23 is your answer. So initially you got now. So I am having 7. So and 7 belongs to odd number. So and consecutive means consecutive definitely belongs to AP. So the number of terms are AP and so if the terms are in AP and if the number of terms are odd, the average will be middle term. In this question they given the average is 20. So now can I can I tell that this 20 is the middle term? So I just put 20 here. I just kept 20 here. So consecutive means I'll be subtracting 20 minus 1 19, 19 minus 1 18, 18 minus 1 17. So 20 plus 1 21, 21 plus 1 22, 22 plus 1 23. So he asked me the largest of these numbers. So which is the largest? So 23 is the largest. Right? Initially you will be doing these sums like this. So this is the way to solve this problems. If you having any doubt, you just put it in the comment box, right? You just pause the video and write this. This question is also very important. See friends, the average of 5 consecutive odd numbers is 61. So given, now you just take 5 as 5 belongs to odd. Consecutive odd. Consecutive odd means what? The common difference is 2. Now what is given? He given 5 terms. So initially I will be taking 5 slots. Now see, the average of 5 consecutive odd numbers is 61. See, consecutive odd numbers means what? 1, 3, 5, 7. Right? What is the difference between these two? 2, 2, 2. So we are having common difference 2. We know that this belongs to case 1. So what case 1 tells? If the terms are in AP and if the number of terms are odd, the average will be middle term. So what is the average in this case? 61. Can I tell that 61 is the middle term? He given that these terms are in AP because consecutive odd means they belong to AP. So consecutive odd means the common difference will be 2. So what is 61 minus 2? 59. 59 minus 2? 57. 61 plus 2? 63. 63 plus 2? 65. Now what he asked? What is the difference between the largest and the smallest number? What is 65 minus 65 minus 57? 65 minus 57. What you will be getting? So this is the answer, right? You will be getting 65 minus 57. How much you will be getting? That is the answer, right? So initially you should be able to do this type of sums, right? You just check how many number of terms are given. If the terms are odd, if the terms are even, you just check if the given term is odd or even, and check if the number of terms are even or odd, and you just look at whether this belongs to arithmetic progression or not. So if it belongs to arithmetic progression, the procedure is like this, right? So these are the problems on case 1 and case 2, and you just pause the video and write this, note this, and we'll be moving to the case 3, right? We'll be doing some previous questions on case 3. You just pause the video and write this. Friends, these questions belongs to case 3. So initially to know what is case 3, you just go to my last video, the second video of averages, and you just get a quick revision of case 3 and come to this. Now see, you give me that the average of 10 numbers is 7. You given me that the average of 10 numbers is 7. Now what is turning? If each number is multiplied by 12, then average of new set of numbers is. Now see, let me tell that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He given that average is 7. Now what he told? He told that each number is multiplied by 12. So 12, 12 2 is 48, 12 3 is 36, 12 4 is 24, 12 3 is 36, 12 4 is 48. So what is the average in this case? What I told? Whatever the operation you are doing to the terms, the same operation should be done to the average. So 12 7 is 84. So the average of new set of numbers is 84. Okay? The average of new set of numbers is 84. Now coming to this. Arithmetic means is nothing but average, friends. You just don't confuse. If they given arithmetic mean, you just take it as average. He given that the arithmetic mean of 75 numbers is 35. He told that the average of 75 numbers is 35. If each number is increased by 5, then the mean of new numbers is. Now see, for 75 numbers, the average is 30. Now what is telling? He is increasing each term in this by plus 5. So what I told, whatever the operation you are doing in the terms, the same operation should be done in the average. So what is 35 plus 5? 40. So the average of new term is 40. Now you just put concentration on this question. This is very important. This is basically easy question also. Now see, the average of 5 consecutive numbers is n. Means what? The average of, you assume that 5 numbers are, let me assume that you assume that as 5 numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the average of 5 numbers is n. Right? So what is the average in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The average is 3. If then next 2 numbers are also included, what is the average? Means what? If next 2 numbers, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the average in this case? What is the average in this case? The average will be 4. Means what? How the average is increased? Plus 1. So then the average will be n plus 1. So initially it is n. If the next two terms are included, the average increased by plus 1. So initially the average is n. Now for the next set, the average will be n plus 1. Right? So this questions comes under case 1. So there is a chance of asking subtraction also, division also. You just remind the case, right? So these these three cases are very important. So it is just introduction. Then we'll be moving to the next concept from the coming videos. Right? With this, I'll be ending up this. If you like this, you just like the video and please subscribe my channel for more information. Right? Thank you.